quicker in order to try and win some games.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on second and 14. Wentz, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 8. Now Wentz. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. This defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB,
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, got that done. It wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that, because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right. Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Rodgers. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Dobbs. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. And that's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. But kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. And they've won a few in the years following.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense set to go. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers.
That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. On 1st down, Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. It's caught outright by Graham. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Wentz now on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now Wentz again. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurt.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Doubs.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. Rodgers now on 1st down. That'll be caught by Rodgers.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the 2nd half.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. .35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Steps away.
He'll go right back to Tonyan.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it is 28-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a play fake. Wentz.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now the Packers get set to go. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. And that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers.
He finds Watson complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Now Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
That one good for 24 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
Up the middle, Jones. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And they take a knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.